So, this is going to be the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles Part 2. We're joined by Shibu, Tesu, and Sharky. Y'all want to introduce yourselves while we get the game up and running and everything in, and I can toss it. The Discordian.
What up, dick necks? I'm
That's
Shibu.
that's great. Thanks. I guarantee when I lose my Capcom sponsorship,
Oh, I forgot. I'm
it's
sorry.
gonna be this one.
Sorry.
Every once in a while is fine.
I completely forgot this is for Capcom creators. Rewind. Try again. Hi, everyone. This is Shibu.
What up, Dick Neck? Damn it. Dude, literally, I tweeted and clipped like the exact moment when I knew Capcom would drop me.
You know what happened when you invited me to voice act.
Look. To be fair though, I made the Freudian slip last time. What was it like? After that, I wasn't straight anymore.
That was intentional. That was completely.
It totally was not. That's the worst part, dude.
Are
That
you
was the worst
bisexual,
part.
or did you not play Neopets as a child?
So, did you draw yourself as a Sonic character, or are you not a furry currently?
The latter.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Never played Sonic, so can't relate.
Hi, I'm Seth, the deep voiced one. I probably don't like 99% of you.
My name is Sharky. I went to Evil Medical School for 6 years, so please don't call me Mister. Thank you very much. It's wonderful you all came by. I'm going to try to scare you all off now. Thanks. Take care.
All right, Dickus. All right, whence we left off.
I feel like I just want you to be Dr. Doofus.
Betty the Platypus. Alright, I'll have to figure out how to mix that into another voice. Are we back to Ayesa Nosa?
Yeah, I kind of remember where we were, but we'll get back into it.
Oh, yeah.
Alrighty. Time to
And scene.
Even if what I saw wasn't the precise moment the firearm was discharged, it's almost the same thing.
But are you sharing a Discord? I can't even see it.
Oh, shit.
I was like, what? What the fuck's that?
I'm just reading off the damn stream.
Yeah, no. You can Discord are the delays.
Okay, let me double check what I have. I
can
have a
hear the
medical
game now.
report card, which is good. Yes, pointing his gun at the foreign man he was, that young lad in black. That much I myself did see.
Furthermore, a visual search of the premises at the time confirmed that we were the only personnel present.
Indeed, alone he was, the Englishman, dining all by himself.
I forgot we were dealing with Yoda.
Yeah.
I think this is what I was supposed to do. Yep, that sounds right.
Yes.
Okay, I remember where I left off. I have like very hastily scrawled notes. Well, I think, about what are you wittering, lad? Call yourself a lawyer. I wish I could. But first and foremost here, I'm the accused.
Ryunosuke. Everyone stumbles on their words occasionally. Under the circumstances, I wouldn't worry about it.
Thanks, Kazuma.
I could see it quite clearly in that cross-examination you just carried out. When you raised your hand straight up like that, so purposefully. You knew exactly what it was you wanted to say.
Ah,
Don't feel like you have to choose your words carefully. Just say what you're thinking.
hi, I'm Ryunosuke. I like long walks on the beach, and I'm still very concerned about why your headband is flapping in the wind.
True.
All right. And thanks for the advice.
Getting more and more femboy as you voice this man.
Well, does he look like he'd have a very strong male voice?
Now he looks like a Capcom.
Ooh, woo, Phoenix-san.
Horikuta-san, this is a medical report card belonging to the victim. Ah, I see. And I don't see. What of it, boy? Comparing what's written on this report card with your witness statement. Yeah, something clearly doesn't add up.
Dear me, have you forgotten my words so soon, you amateur?
Sorry, what?
You are not to interrupt the court proceedings with your amateurish drivel.
But,
Let's see if I can explain in words you might understand. It was after 2 p.m. in the afternoon when the victim was murdered at the restaurant. Whatever he may or may not have done before that time is completely irrelevant.
but that's,
Hang on, just turning my fucking AC off. Remember, Inosuke, you don't have to use clever language or fancy words. Just make your point.
Your Excellency, I believe we're finished here. There is surely no need to prolong this trial further.
That's you, Sharky.
He
Sorry,
did it,
I
it
was
really
trying to
quiet.
do it. It just.
The witness testimonies the court has heard have been clear and concise. This medical report card has no bearing on the matter at all, for a simple reason that there is no one else besides this pale-faced pupil who could...
Yeah, that's just auto advance.
Well then.
This medical report card has nothing to do with the case? Do you really believe that?
What? That outburst... What?
My Valentino white bag!
That outburst has petrified me, boy. Of course I believe it. How could it possibly be relevant?
Perhaps because Hota Clinic, which issued the report card, is a dental clinic.
A dental clinic? And is that supposed to mean something to me?
Yeah, it's a dentist. It's teeth.
But back in this day, wouldn't it just be ripping teeth out, not doing much of anything else?
Pretty much.
Some bloodletting.
Perhaps if I told you that the victim had just had a tooth extracted? What's this now? And furthermore, if I told you that as a result, the victim had been forbidden from eating?
Just what are you trying to say, Cadet? He had orders not to eat? So what?
Well, it's all written up in here. No food or drink other than water for 3 hours post-procedure while anesthesia wears off, which at that time was a pint of whiskey and a very, very heavy wooden mallet.
What? No, that can't...
Horikuta-san. What, boy? What? As you just heard, when he was killed, sometime shortly after 2 p.m., the victim couldn't have been eating anything at all. No! Additionally,
There's more?
you have assured the court with unwavering self-confidence that the victim was dining alone. But that cannot possibly be the case.
That was a very quiet jerky.
Not sure if noise canceling is picking up my growls or what the hell's
Maybe.
going on, but sorry.
Because the victim, as we now know, had just one of his teeth extracted and was still experiencing the effects of anesthetic.
Sorry. brother.
Expertly done, partner.
Thank you.
Partner.
I just gave you treats. Quiet down. Shh.
Did I just scare the fair?
She's rattling her cage for attention. What is this nonsense, you little upstart? What?
Steering intensifies.
These are baseless accusations. Just look at this photographic evidence. You can clearly see the plate of food at the victim's table.
Objection!
Objection. Use your head.
It's in your head.
Zombie. That's the very discrepancy we were talking about. Or can't you follow the logic?
How dare you?
You just open the gate.
Yes.
I think it's fair to say that the tables in this restaurant case have turned. Wouldn't you agree, Ryunosuke?
Oh, yeah, most definitely.
So having just undergone some dental surgery, the victim was unable to eat? Which leaves one very crucial conundrum.
Who was phone?
Yeah, but who was phone? My mom is
Who?
dad.
My dad's not a phone.
Who, in fact, was eating the pictured beef steak?
Was it you, Freya?
Beefsteak.
Dio.
Yeah, it was me, Dio.
The court will hear the opinion of the defense on this new puzzle. I assume you're ready, counsel?
Counsel? Oh, that means me, doesn't it?
All right. The answer to this question is going to be pivotal. This is the start. You turning this trial around. Show them what you're made of.
Got it. So, the person eating the steak at the victim's table must have been
Me.
me. It's me. I ate the steak.
Where's Dio, though?
And as a yet unknown third party.
Yep, Dio, definitely.
Obviously, it can only have been someone else who was sitting at the professor's table.
It was the baby.
You will not let this go, will you? There was no such person.
Yes!
Yes! There was, because I saw her.
When the incident occurred, we know that the victim couldn't have been eating anything. Yet we have evidence of a half-eaten steak on its table.
With teeth mark.
Therefore, the only logical conclusion is that there was somebody else there eating it. We have strong evidence to support our assertion. It's clear that these witness testimonies are unreliable. If the court decides to push through a ruling at this stage, we will lodge a formal complaint with the Ministry of Justice to pursue a fair retrial relentlessly.
Dun, dun, dun.
Kazuma.
So dreamy. Are you insane? You would take on the government?
He's planning to instant transmission to the office right now.
King Kai, I have a message. Don't worry, Counsel. I have no issue with you.
Nails. I saw a bird.
It was pretty. Kick its ass.
This is why we need cable!
Yes, Lord Guru. We'll get right on that.
Popo.
Popo.
Packing order.
Oh
I
no.
am not deep voiced enough to qualify to be Mr. Popo. That's entirely
Packing
separate.
order.
What do you mean?
I have issue with them. Those two witnesses in the stand.
Yeah, heck.
What?
What
are you talking about?
We have demonstrated with evidence that the victim was not alone. So, if it now turns out that the two of you deliberately lied when giving your testimonies, obviously you will be charged with perjury.
Perjury? Sweating intensifies.
Up. There we go.
And since this is a murder trial, you will also be deemed complicit in the killing.
Complicit in murder?
Murder?
Even my baby is scared.
I love murder.
Negative! Negative, I say. There was no mention of this at the tactical meeting.
Excuse me?
Uh,
The what?
come again?
In the quiet words of the Virgin Mary, come again?
There was no mention of this at the tactical meeting. I was just following orders.
That's right, as the man says. Just say you never saw the gentlewoman. That's what they told us.
Oh, no.
Oh. What? What did you just say, Korakuda-san? Oh, no. You were just following orders? Now, hold on, lad. I was,
Say you never saw the gentlewoman? It's quiet again. When you say gentlewoman, do you mean you saw the victim with a lady from overseas?
What?
Objection!
What is the meaning of all of this? What? These witnesses gave false statements. Is this true, you pair?
Just one. Just one simple slip of the tongue.
Yeah, and that's how you get poop in your mouth.
Damn you, Freudian!
Order. Counsel, explain what is going on here.
It's painfully clear now. You tried to prevent these witnesses from telling the truth.
Absolutely not. The prosecution knows nothing of this.
Then who's behind this? Who tried to make you keep your mouth shut? Well,
He is classified.
So you're prepared to be tried as a conspirator to this murder, are you?
Why is my baby pulling my mustache? This can't be happening.
This cannot be. Ryunosuke. Judging from the way they're reacting to this, I'd say they were sworn to silence by someone with considerable influence. However, I don't believe Ouchie had any idea about it.
Uchi ouchie. Well, what are you saying? I mean, to wield that kind of influence, there are only a handful of possibilities. It could only have been the government, the military, or the police, I suppose.
Well,
Yes.
any ideas about who might be behind this?
I have one.
If we can affirm who tried to silence these witnesses, then we can continue our pursuit.
Pursue! So we need to name whoever it was that tried to take the witnesses?
Try again.
So we need to name whoever it was that tried to make the witnesses keep their mouth shut?
There you go, champ. Proud of you.
Oh, you can.
Shoryuken!
Of course, we'll need evidence before we make any firm accusations. Evidence that proves whoever it was really did.
Hey!
Evidence that proves whoever it was really did this. This sentence gives me. Evidence that proves whoever it was really did wield his or her power here. That sentence is weird.
It's rough. It's just because you have 2 articles. But how? How can we possibly...
Remember how we made progress before?
Yeah, you pushed me down on the bed and told me to just...
Capcom.
Told me to Capcom.
Yeah, told me to Capcom.
We'll fix it in post, don't worry.
Before?
We examined this piece of evidence in more detail and found a new clue as a result.
Bless you, Freya. Oh, yes, that's right.
Well, it's not the only piece of evidence we have, is it? We need to re-examine everything and make sure there's nothing we've missed. There's no time to lose.
I want answers.
I want candy.
If it's proven that these witnesses have been manipulated, I assure you the penalty will be severe.
Oh, please, wait, Your Excellency. I had no idea about any of this. I swear to every Shinto god.
Oh man, oh dear,
I knew nothing.
oh jeez.
Oh
Flooding
boy.
intensifies.
Oh,
And what does the defense have to say about all this?
Well, Your Excellency, no time to think. I'm just gonna have to close my eyes and shout out the first name that comes into my head.
Chicken tendies.
Dio!
Santa Claus!
Heikki Kovalainen? Besides the prosecution, the only person with the necessary influence to manipulate the witness is...
Mr. Clean, Mr. Clean.
Manding pictures of Spider-Man?
Mandem pictures of Spider-Man!
I think it's the second dude.
Nah, he definitely wants Cosmo to win this case, so I don't think he'll be manipulating.
Cosmo's not the defender anymore because he was going to be, if he loses, he wasn't going to get to go to America. So this guy was like, don't.
I mean, it's either him or fucking Ouchie.
Ouchie has no
Telling you,
bearing in this.
Bro's been manipulating the whole case from the start.
I'm gonna tell you you're wrong because no one was there to set anything up, and the first person to lie was Satoru Hosonaga.
I mean, but how would he have power over the other 2 guys, though? That's the issue.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Second
He was
guy-
the head waiter there,
I mean,
and
he's a head waiter, but does that really carry that much influence?
these 2 were probably doing illegal business.
Maybe.
Oh, he's blackmailing them, you think?
Mm-hmm.
Wait, how old am I?
38.
How old am I? Am I like 22 or something?
I am
23.
38.
Ah, yeah, I was close.
I still think it's my guy because he showed up at the courthouse like from the very get.
I think your guy is too obvious, but I don't see anyone else there holding influence unless, like you said, he's blackmailing the other 2.
Unless the victim's not really dead, but
Or,
No,
or
he's
my,
very dead.
or my mentor is a dickbag. One of the 2.
I think.
Well, who knows?
Mentor's-
It says
I think the mentor's
uwu.
a jerk.
It is not the victim, I promise you that. But yeah, Afro Samurai, and I guess we'll plug our friends over at Capcom. Thank you so much. Bless you
Jesus.
for tossing us a copy of this, giving us a chance to flex our creativity. What's up, Zeliard? I'm gonna tell you, it's Satoru Hosonaga.
Okay.
You ready? I have it queued up. Ready? I have it queued up and ready for when I'm right.
It's 'cause he's ready, 'cause he
And then I
loved
have
it.
this
You
as a
know,
follow-up.
trial
You're
is-
damn right I'm right. I can't remember a time I was goddamn wrong.
Okay, well that's anticlimactic now.
I'm gonna tell you, I'm right.
Yes.
True.
Well, surely that would be Satoru Hosonaga-san.
Osanaga-san? The waiter who took the stand earlier?
Objection.
Poppycock.
You what now?
What possible reason would the waiter have to make these witnesses give false testimony? Not to mention the fact that even a head waiter could not possibly have that level of influence.
That's what I'm saying, bro. For once, I would agree with you.
Oh, he needs some milk.
King Kai, could you back up his claims? If, that is, the man truly were a waiter.
Oh. What? If he truly were?
Emotional damage!
Come on, Ryunosuke. Time to hit this court with the truth.
I love that everyone slams the desk very affirmatively, and mine's like a...
Yeah, and he always checks to make sure he didn't hurt the desk when he does it. Watch it next
I mean,
time.
you slam your hands down, but no sound comes out. It's the weirdest thing.
No,
It's a very
it's
soft
like a
caressing
light-
sound.
A light slap, he just goes...
That's you, Seth.
Now, the truth about Satoru Hosonaga-san's real identity, as proven by this evidence.
So this is the only thing we haven't had a chance to examine yet.
Yeah, how do we look at the other side?
Yeah, me too. That's also you.
There's gotta be a way we can flip it over, though. This plan of the restaurant raises a number of questions, I think.
Definitely.
It's supposed to show the relative position of everything the moments following the incident. But there's nothing to show the woman you say you saw there.
Exactly. And that's not all. Look here in the upper left, where it says kitchen.
But wait, there's more! Oh yes, what of it?
But wait, there's more for just $5.99 a month. I don't know how much Twitch subs cost.
Besides, don't you remember the tutorial to flip over the evidence? It's left stick up,
Left stick
down, left stick right, left stick left.
It was, I don't think it was Kefka either. No one would use those complicated characters to write kitchen, especially not if they were in a hurry.
You mean you don't remember those characters yourself, don't you? Study harder, Ryunosuke.
I'm sorry, it just hasn't come up in any of the anime I've watched recently. I'll do better. I'm really
television?
nervous. I don't want Duolingo Al to beat my family to death.
What's a television in the 1860s?
Shh, you're ruining my
Stop watching
immersion.
anime
And get a job.
They're light novels.
No, it's just a guy behind one of those like hand puppet stages, and he's just holding up cards one after another as fast as he can.
Looks like Puppet LeChuck and Puppet Guybrush.
Just moving pictures, the manual version.
Tsundere hand puppets.
There you go.
Chief
Oh.
Inspector.
Chief Inspector Soturu Hosonaga, Primary Criminal Investigation Division, Imperial Police Bureau.
Dun dun dun.
Well,
Well, that's unexpected.
what is?
Look, do you see it says the witness's name here? Are you fucking blind?
Well, yes, business cards do tend to show the person's name, Kazuma. That's sort of the point.
It's not the name that's unexpected, you fucking idiot. It's his job title.
His job? Oh! Chief Inspector Satoru Hosonaga, Primary Criminal Investigation Division, Imperial Police Bureau. Inspector? What on earth?
What?
I have no idea. But let's face it, the police have a lot of power and influence, if they're wielding it somehow here.
The waiter's business card information has been updated in the court record.
Well, I think that does it. I'm Guybrush Threepwood. I'm a mighty pirate.
You're
Yes!
Plan of the restaurant sketched by the man in question. I agree it shows a great deal of attention to detail, but I'm not sure we can conclude anything.
Sorry, Your Excellency. That's the back of the card. It's the back of the card that's of interest. Just can you flip it over?
you mean the front?
Beg your pardon?
Or perhaps I should have said the front?
There you go, champ. I'm proud of you.
Oh, whoa, I got a big boy desk slam.
He didn't even check to see if you hurt the desk that time.
Yes, it's the front of the back of the card. That's where the telling detail is.
Would somebody please explain what this overexcited student is trying to say?
Hosonaga-san sketched this plan of the restaurant on the reverse side of his business card. The front of that business card reveals the man in question's profession, his true profession.
A waiter's profession? But that's surely... Good gracious!
That's right, Your Excellency. The card reads, Chief Inspector, Primary Criminal Investigation Division, Imperial Police Bureau.
Dung dung.
Oh. What? The waiter is a police detective? I haven't heard any mention of this before. Why haven't I heard any mention of this before?
Imperial Police Bureau has immense power. Absolute power as far as irregular civilians are concerned. So, witnesses there in the stand. Was it in fact the waiter who gave you your orders? Was it he who told you not to mention that you'd seen this foreign gentlewoman at the scene?
Well...
Huh?
This guy looks like, that guy from My Hero.
I forget who did this
What was his
one.
name?
Was it?
Well,
I
this
think-
one's you, babe.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that wasn't me.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I haven't had another one yet.
Inspector Hosonaga.
But I think Sharky was the actual waiter. I don't know.
I don't remember. It was either him or Kira.
Yeah, Inspector Hosonaga. I was worried something like this may happen. The moment you asked me to submit my sketch as evidence, I realized it was a possibility.
He kind of looks like a B-rate Sebastian from Black Butler.
Yeah, that's what I was giving that. I mean, like a douchey fucking British accent.
I was thinking of the guy from My Hero who can see film of the future and throws chess pieces at everyone, but I forget his name. Okay, coming back to it. The court will take this plan and add it to the court record as evidence.
Oh, well,
Is there a problem? Hand the plan to the court officer at once.
of course. Here you are.
Good heavens.
Yes, I remember now. He did act strangely when the judge asked him to hand over his business card. I strive to carry out all investigations flawlessly. It's my guiding principle. But I let myself be distracted when I made that sketch. It was an unusually careless mistake.
So, you mean to say you really are a detective?
Oh my god.
But why would a detective be working as a restaurant waiter? Aren't you guys incredibly overpaid, overfunded, and overbudgeted by the United States government?
No, stupid. This is Japan.
Ah, of course! I was
Your
working
salary is
undercover.
Your salary must be terrible.
Undercover? Yes, there have been a series of incidents at the restaurant recently. In order to investigate, I decided to get a job there as a waiter, working undercover.
Incidents at the restaurant? What kind of incidents?
That would be classified police information, which I am not at liberty to divulge. However, I can state categorically that they are unrelated to this case of homicide.
It was quiet. Yes.
Very well then, Inspector Hosunaga. But you will elaborate on one point for the court.
Yeah. Of course, Your Excellency.
What the dog doing?
We have just heard new information from the two witnesses beside you. That at the time of the shooting, there was in fact another person present at the victim's table. If that is indeed true, clearly you would also have been aware of this person's presence having served the table in question. However, your testimony did not allude to this other diner. Therefore, I am led to assume that in your professional capacity as a police officer, you required these witnesses to be in agreement. Would that be correct?
Correct, Your Excellency. Unbelievable!
As I suspected.
Bang!
Oh, thanks, Bubba.
She shot me down.
As soon as I heard the gunshot, I ran out of the kitchen to see what had happened. The victim sat slumped in his chair, and beside him, gun in hand, stood the accused student. Sitting opposite the victim at the same table was a young lady, whom I guessed to be an Englishwoman.
So the truth comes out.
I immediately sealed off the restaurant and reported the incident to the Bureau. It was then that I received some special orders.
Special orders.
My gun.
Oh
Anyway, I started blasting.
Bang! Bang!
No, I don't see so good, so then they ran away. I ran after them.
Okay.
Bang! Try to shoot him in the back, but I don't want so good either.
Anyway, special orders? You mean to say, like, gluten-free? Remove the Englishwoman from the scene at once. It was made clear that the Englishwoman's presence at the restaurant was to be concealed. Those were my orders. But what if the Englishwoman was the killer? I think it would be in everyone's best interest not to pursue that idea. The Empire views the friendly terms of its relationship with Britain more highly than anything at the moment. An Englishman has been murdered on our soil. To name an English woman as the primary suspect? Well, without irrefutable evidence, that would be completely out of the question.
So that's the reason for the disappearance of the Phantom Woman in this case.
Either that or she got blasted. But it's not right. You tried to put me away for murder.
Ellipses.
Ellipses.
Oh, yeah.
Y'all couldn't hear my hums, so I just went with saying ellipses.
One possibility does spring to mind.
What do you mean, Kazuma?
Yume University is currently hosting a number of exchange students from Great Britain. And I'm fairly certain that one of them, studying in the medical faculty's research laboratory, is a young English woman.
Oh, you don't say. What? You're a shrewd man. I can see why you're the chosen candidate for the overseas study tour. You mean? When I removed the woman from the scene of the crime, I thought it prudent to check her identity first.
And the court demands that you name the lady in question at once, Inspector.
The Englishwoman sitting at the university professor's table was a certain Miss Giselle Brett. Giselle Brett?
I'll allow it.
Jezza. I'm sticking with Jezza.
Yeah, I'm not sure where the pun is on that one. I'll figure it out. She is indeed a foreign student studying at the research laboratory of Yume University's medical facility.
What's going on here?
Wefis.
Breakfast.
I admit that, under orders from the police bureau, I erased all evidence of this lady's presence at the scene, and ordered these witnesses to make no mention of her in their testimonies.
Please hide, baby.
It must now be up to your excellency to decide how to deal with this situation.
Banned, you're all banned.
Ellipses.
Banned for life.
Very well. My thoughts on the matter are as follows.
Pisses stored in the balls.
No chicken tendies for the rest of your life.
No chicken tendies.
Thus
What about
far,
dinosaur nuggets?
None of
the
those.
case presented to the court has been underpinned by a particularly critical premise. Namely, that the victim was dining alone. However, as we have now discovered that this premise is false, it would be a desecration of our justice system to ignore the truth and give a ruling at this point.
But, Your Excellency,
Ooh.
that would mean that the missing known. That would mean missing the noon deadline of a ruling, an order. That would mean missing the noon deadline of a ruling in order to send to the Telegraph report to Great Britain. Our own government would surely be very displeased by such actions.
Calm yourself, counsel. I will not allow the government of our country or any other to influence the proceedings of my chicken tendies.
Just because you cut it into the shape of a dino does not mean it's not a chicken tendy.
Bamboozled again. Ugh.
Bamboozled. Inspector Hosonaga.
Yes, sir.
You will locate this Giselle Brett and escort her to the courtroom with the utmost urgency.
Trolled by the Keck W.
I love my Keck W. This game's been absolutely hilariously fun, so I've been enjoying the absolute you-know-what out of it. At once, Your Excellency.
But that means you'll be going against the special orders you were given from the police bureau.
Shelby, you okay?
Yeah,
You right,
no,
babe?
I'm spoken the fuck out, dude.
As I said before, it is my guiding principle to carry out all investigations flawlessly. So, it won't be a problem? Not unless I cough up this lung first.
Consumption.
Got the itis. Nothing will get in my way.
Except tuberculosis.
Yeah, except tuberculosis or influenza.
Nobody makes me bleed my own lungs. Court will adjourn briefly. The prosecution must call the English student, Giselle Brett, to the witness stand.
I'm still not getting the pun there. There's got to be a pun hidden somewhere.
Maybe we're pronouncing it wrong. Maybe the pun's in the pronunciation.
Do I make myself clear?
Yes. Your Excellency.
Excellency.
Yeah. Oh my God, do I pray?
he prays.
Oh my good do I pray. We'll have a 30-minute recess before reconvening.
I love my mom.
I
To
also
be
love your mom.
continued.
I claim one of the next witnesses that in the next case because they're becoming Skeletor.
Hey, man.
Gosh.
All right. Does anyone need a quick break? We'll take like a minute or two, catch up with chat.
Hi, my name's Shelby. I'm 29. Never learned how to fucking read.
Hi, my name's Sharky. I'm 38, and I also just pretend what I want things to say on the screen. It's fine.
It's okay. We're trying our best, and that's what matters. At least that's what my mom told me.
Current temperature is 54 degrees here.
Yeah, I enjoy the violins kicking in. It's like, what's the name of the track in Phoenix Wright? It's the Rundown, I think. Yeah, the violins kick in when you on that spicy
No,
tree.
not you.
What?
I'm reading.
What do you mean, not me?
No, I was just my O wasn't towards you.
Oh, what's your O towards?
The pun behind Giselle Brett, but it's a spoiler. So.
I need an adult.
Oh, darn it.
BRB.
Hi, I'm Seth. My only redeeming quality is that I have a deep voice. Also, I fucking hate you. Get off my lawn.
True.
Guys, I'm too poor. I don't own a lawn.
Who is messaging me? Hurry!
I want them 10.
Them's was some good attendees.
How long how late we going tonight? 12, 1, what?
12:30, 12:45 at the latest.
12:30.
12:30? Aight.
12. All right, we'll make it.
Oh.
What are you doing, video game? All right.
What are you buying?
What are you selling?
Yeah, thank you.
Stranger. You can't have tortilla chips. Neither can your sister, Andor. I will not take any backsass.
And he prays.
All right, let's pick it up. 22nd November, 11:38 a.m. Supreme Court of Judicature. Defendant's antechamber.
5. Excellent work, Ryunosuke. That was superb.
My heart was in my mouth the entire time.
I'm just turning into a slightly more excited fucking Snake Plissken at this point.
Yeah, pretty much.
It was almost unbelievable. I mean, looking at you in there.
Oh my god, this is so gay.
My god, just watering my mouth.
Capcom.
I thought the tension between Edgeworth and Phoenix Wright was a little rough.
This is what you refer to as a single entendre.
You were drenched in sweat. So attractive. Your eyes popping, the color just so vibrant. Your knees knocking, and you were grinding your teeth.
Dude, it sounds like that one time I popped a Molly and I was sweating.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. I plead the fifth, Your Honor.
Sounds like the time I had a margarita and accidentally stayed up for a day and a half. There's a lot of simple sugar in that thing.
I don't understand how you are that sensitive.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It was a grim sight, but before I knew it, you'd started finding inconsistencies on the testimonies. I think you might have a natural talent for being a lawyer.
Forget it. It's terrifying. If I get through this, I don't ever want to see the inside of a courtroom again.
Anyway, it looks like we've exposed Anyway, it looks like we've exposed your Phantom Lady at last.
Are you okay there, Seth?
Ah!
Miss Jezebret. A student from Great Britain, is she?
That's what I was trying to tell everyone from the start. Dr. Wilson wasn't alone. There was a young woman with him, like I've been saying all along.
No one gives a shit what you say. Yes, you have, haven't you?
I might not be overly confident in the courtroom, but my powers of bottoming and observation are one thing I'm sure of.
You need to be topped.
Yes, I can see that. So, about this young gentlewoman. Thanks to our detective friend, she was hastily escorted away from the scene, it seems. Wrong inflection, but we're rolling with it. Did you see what happened with that?
No, I didn't see any of it. I picked up this gun and people started screaming. I was just on my way out of the restaurant myself. Then on the floor, next to Dr. Wilson's table, I noticed there was a gun lying on the floor. And just after I bent down and picked it up,
I started
bang!
blasting.
Yeah, I started blasting. My guns! I didn't have time to think about where the sound of the gunshot had come from. The waiter ran over to me, looking as white as a sheet, and he bundled me into some sort of small pantry next to the kitchen.
Fast thinking by the detective. He apprehended his suspect without a moment's delay.
Yes, and because I was shut in the pantry, I have no idea what happened outside in the dining area.
Good thing I'm so
Trapped.
small, I fit in a pantry.
He was trapped in the closet.
I'm stuck in the closet. Can't get out of the closet. I pulled out the Beretta.
Thank you, R. Kelly.
So I pull out my gun.
I mean, to be fair, R. Kelly, but I'm glad he's in jail now. He's a dirty, disgusting, depraved individual that needs
Where
help.
is the website? Is rkellylockedup.com.
I'm pretty sure he is.
It fits.
Ah,
Oh,
there.
new voice.
Maybe.
Let's see, who is it?
Ah, fuck.
Oh,
Ah, fuck.
Professor Mikutova.
Well, it seems I was right.
I forgot Shelby did this. I was waiting for Sharky. I forgot you're the one who did it.
When you do this voice, can I come over and like stick one of those fake mustaches on you to see if it makes you sound more like Burt Reynolds?
You just gotta like suck your lips in like they're really dry and just, well, it seems I was right.
Now I can't unsee Burt Reynolds.
It's time for Burt Reynolds' mustache.
The pair of you make an outstanding team. You've exceeded my expectations, I have to say.
Yes, it seems you planned this from the start. You arranged things that I wouldn't be able to act as a lawyer in this trial.
Our modern country is still in its infancy, our justice system even more so. Which is why
14 beers at Chili's.
Fuck you, Baltimore.
I firmly believe that we need to send our brightest young stars overseas to learn all they can. I wanted to avoid a situation that may have resulted in your study tour to Great Britain being cancelled.
Well, it makes no difference. Lawyer or otherwise, if I'm the kind of man... oh no, I did it right. Lawyer or otherwise, if I'm the kind of man who can't help his best friend avert the worst crisis of his life, I shouldn't waste everyone's time by going to study overseas anyway.
What? What are you saying, Kazuma?
So that's your stand. I was afraid you'd feel that way.
Kazuma.
Shut up, the tops are talking.
Well then, it looks like all this comes down to you, young man.
To me?
Yes, you need to prove your innocence and uncover what really took place in that restaurant.
Did I mention the other lady?
I must say, I very much want you to know the truth.
I want to know the truth. He wants to know the truth.
I want to know the truth? I want... Okay.
Yeah.
You can't handle the truth.
After all, I have a personal connection to this case.
Come to think of it, you said the same thing earlier this morning, didn't
You
you?
hired the dyslexic to read lines.
If you don't mind me asking, Professor, did you know the victim?
Yes, I did. As you're probably aware, Dr. John H. Wilson was a visiting professor at UMI. And it was I who invited him.
Oh, I see.
I didn't know that before.
Anyway, you're about to go into battle. The victim was a university professor from Great Britain, and a well-known one at that. Naturally, our government is looking to identify and punish the culprit as quickly as possible.
Naturally.
But let's not forget who we're going up against. The gentlewoman whose involvement in our police bureau went to extraordinary lengths to hide.
Ah,
Yes, and I'm sure the prosecution will be using every tool at their disposal to quash your case. I don't like that word.
Quash.
But I've no doubt that you pair will put up a good fight, right to the lab. Best of luck!
thank you.
Now then. I need you to run an errand at the university at once. There's something I think we may need.
Didn't we make Sharpie voice her just for shits and giggles?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Of course. Good luck, Kazuma-sama.
I realize you're probably gonna have to be a girl too, Seth.
Oh, that's fine. I'll turn her into Skeletor. Watch me.
Defend it, Naruhodo.
Oh, yeah.
Court recess is over. Please make your way back inside the courtroom at once.
Been waiting all week to do that.
Yes.
It's time. Let's get back to it. Partner.
And then you can go in the
Do I have to put on the maid outfit?
Yes.
We have to go quash.
It puts on the maid outfitter and gets the hose again.
Capcom!
Let's go in there and deal a decisive blow before those old fossils know what's hit them.
Kazuma, I love you.
What?
Nani?
No,
What
nothing.
was that, Ryunosuke?
Nothing. Thank you. Really.
What for?
I think
Well-
he knows.
If you hadn't said you believed in me, then I'm fairly sure I'd already have been found guilty by now.
Look, I have faith in you. But I can't associate with Bottoms. As a lawyer and as a friend.
Coming from you, that means a lot. If I'm found guilty in this trial, he's really going to give up on his dream of studying abroad. That's the kind of true friend he is. So this isn't just my battle anymore. Whoever we're up against, we absolutely cannot afford to lose. All right then. I'll save the thank yous for after the trial.
Remember, the fusion dance only lasts 30 minutes, so we're gonna have to go fast at that point.
You can treat me to one of those sukiyaki meals I like from Yume Cafeteria on University Street.
I could go for a sukiyaki right now.
With an extra large large portion, of course.
Extra large what?
Naruhodo-san is packing heat.
Spicy sukiyaki. 22nd November, 12:09 p.m. Supreme Court of Judicature, Courtroom 2.
Rabble, 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 rabble.
The court hereby resumes the trial of Ryunosuke Naruhodo.
Naruhodo?
No.
Prosecutor Ouchie, have you managed to subpoena the witness?
Yes, Your Excellency, against all odds.
Yes.
And thanks to a certain young stripling, the prosecution is now under rather painful scrutiny from the government.
Certain
Wow.
young what now?
Stripling?
Uh,
What does that
sorry.
mean?
Stripper in training, Shelby.
Oh,
Let the government scrutinize. That's their job. It's nothing to worry about.
it's highly unlikely that the good relations we forged with Great Britain will emerge from this trial unscathed. Will you still think it's nothing to worry about when the new treaty breaks down on our nation's founders?
Again, terribly sorry.
Take one for the team, Ryunosuke.
If the friendship between our nations is really so fragile, then the treaty isn't worth the paper it's written on.
True.
True!
You really have nothing to worry about, Ryunosuke. I'll be here right behind you all the way. I mean, right behind you.
Are you just gonna give me that extra push?
I'll be there for you.
What do you mean?
A secret trial. Anxiety over some foreign government's opinions. A bungled...
Oh, blah 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 blah.
I was just like the word. I've never seen it used.
Google.
You've bungled the you bungled.
A bungled investigation. Missing witnesses.
This is a kangaroo court.
Is this what our nation's justice system is? Is this the Supreme Court of Japan or of England?
Yeah, I didn't get no.
Dun-dun.
I didn't get a copy of Discovery from my public defender. That's your state, by the way.
Shut up. Shut up, you jump rope rookie boy. Jumped up rookie boy.
Jump rope, Ricky boy.
Jump rope rookie boy.
Ricky!
You and your friend know nothing. Nothing of the situation our nation finds itself in.
You know nothing, Jon Snow.
By aligning ourselves with this great world power, we'll become strong. Diplomacy has never been more critical.
Oh yeah, it did a lot of good, except they just pumped your country full of opium and bad trade deals. I mean, what?
Content
I'm not
warning.
about that.
British. Steady political maneuvering is what will secure our futures.
Is that how you spell maneuvering? That didn't look right.
That's how you spell it British, with an extra U.
Maneuvering.
I won't deny that I'm no expert. I'm just a student, and one who could arguably study harder too. But standing here now in our Supreme Court, there's one thing that I feel very strongly:
Cosimo, right behind me.
the urge to vomit from anxiety. A country that fails to uphold the truth in its justice system, well, that's a country with no future at all.
Ellipses.
Well said, Ryunosuke. Despite the wide-eyed look of terror.
Bring him in, boy. You little brats.
You little brat.
Council. This court is the pinnacle of our nation's justice system and exists solely for the pursuance of truth.
Even though you're ready to execute the man from the 5 seconds of court.
Yeah.
With that in mind, this trial will now resume with the next witness ready to have the defendant executed.
Alright, who's it gonna be? Who's it gonna be?
The visiting student from
Alright.
Great Britain, Miss
Let's
Giselle.
go.
Yes. Your Excellency.
All right, Seth, here we go.
Oh, Jesus, here. Whoa.
Oh yeah.
God, what the hell am I gonna do with this? You know what? Sister Bikini it is. Let's go.
I love Sister
I was
Bikini.
gonna go Iris with the Southern Belle, but sure. Well, what a delight it is to welcome such a fine gentlewoman to Japan, and from such a distant land.
Wow, that suck-up factor is like on 10.
It's a strange noise in the background.
Hey, bring this English. Someone bring English tea. In England, no discussions take place without tea.
Yes, where's the tea?
Ouchie, you got something brown on your nose there, Chief. You want to clear that off?
No idea.
So, could we possibly trouble you to state your name and occupation for the court?
Of course. My name is Satoru Hosonaga. I've been working undercover as the head waiter at the Carnival for my troupe.
Yes, we know all about you already.
I wasn't finished.
Inspector Hosonaga, where are your manners? In England, it's always ladies first, and second, and third, and sometimes fourth.
Unless they don't give you a male heir. Is that true?
No idea. I don't know anything right now. More importantly, a little earlier today you said something to me.
Oh no.
I need an adult.
You said your powers of observation are the only thing you're sure of.
Oh, yeah. I think I did, didn't I?
Yet your description of this amazing sight was simply a woman. Is there something you need to tell me? Sorry, Ryunosuke, but powers of observation aside, your powers of description are sorely lacking.
It's a goose.
Okay, so remember that one time we played dress up and family?
Capcom.
Guilty.
So, dear lady, once again, if we may trouble you for your name and occupation, please.
All right, wait, here you go, Seth. Take it away.
There you
Wing games. Oh wait, she only speaks English.
I can't understand.
I always ask a lady her occupation. It's one of my rules. Getting.
I was so unprepared.
Ellipses?
Yeah. Shut up, Aaron.
I believe that's Aaron to you.
Oh, yeah.
I'm terribly sorry, dear lady, but Nani?
Come on, let me do it again.
What?
Let me do it again. Oh, now do it.
The lady says her name is Giselle Brett. She comes from
I've
London,
been voicing like that the whole
England.
time. Fuck yes.
Queen's English. She's a visiting research student, currently enrolled in UMA University's medical faculty. Yeah.
Content warning, British.
She's. I'm so sorry to all the British people I know, like Mafunian, Mafuication, not Ricky.
I spoke with a
Sorry,
perfect British
Sarah.
accent. That was a perfect British accent. Get off my-
I refuse to apologize to Wally.
Yeah,
Sorry,
Wally.
Maelstrom. Is he British? I don't know.
Sorry,
Yes.
Dandy.
Sorry, Shaq.
I'm not sorry, Chris. You knew this was coming.
Yeah, true, to be fair. Turnabout is fair play.
Matako can get over it.
He's not English, he's Irish.
Same thing.
What?
Now we can do it.
She's a visiting research student, currently enrolled in UMA University Medical Faculty.
Oh my, what a rare treat to hear the dulcet tones of delightful language of British people.
I'm afraid.
I'm afraid I don't understand a word you said, but it was as beautiful as a hummingbird song.
As far as I can tell. The detective is translating her words faithfully enough.
Yes, I agree. I admitted earlier that I haven't studied English at all, but you're right. You'll obviously do fine in England, Kazuma. Her English doesn't rattle you at all, does it?
Nor you. You've clearly been paying attention in your English classes, Ryunosuke.
Okay, fine. The court thanks the beautiful lady for taking the stand. Now, if we may trouble you to confirm something, Miss Brett. 3 days ago, at a restaurant called Le Carnaval, a grim murder took place. The court has been led to believe that you were dining there with the victim, Dr. Wilson, at the time. Is that correct?
She says, yes. Oh, this could take some time.
So even though she's studying here in Japan, she can't speak any Japanese?
Apparently fucking not.
She'd like to apologize for disappearing from the scene. She says that she was due to make a presentation at the university, so she had to leave immediately.
Interesting. You're the one who engineered her escape.
I was just following special orders from the Bureau.
Well now, dear lady, would you be so kind as to cast your eyes on this photographic print? You were, so unfortunately, present at the scene of the crime. Could it be that your... what is that word?
Resplendent.
Could it be that your resplendent eyes caught sight of the wicked perpetrator, perhaps?
I think my resplendent eyes caught a nappy noodle. Look at you. Caught in 4K. Oh, but you see this shit?
Yeah, she sits right behind me. Her pansies are out of the cage.
He's dead, Jim.
Good night, Freya. Oh, now she got out. She got caught. Apparently, it was very frightening and sorrowful.
Do you mean to say?
Yes, it would appear that the lady did witness the crime. The very moment when the accused, standing right there in the courtroom, shot the victim in cold blood. Bro, what?
Look at that fucking dumpy.
Order
Capcom.
Also, why are we letting the guy who was clearly lying earlier do the translating?
Yeah.
Obviously, none of us speak French.
Did you hear that, Your Excellency? Here we have an absolutely conclusive witness statement.
Hey, we finally got one.
I'd also like to point out Chad is applying the American Fifth Amendment to Japan.
Yep. It's already on it.
Content warning. America.
Well, it looks like it's clear now. Clear who our real enemy is.
A child.
British.
Saturated fats?
Content warning. British colony.
British colonial.
Unfortunately, I will have to ask you to formally testify, if you please. Kindly tell the court the exact nature of this frightening and sorrowful sight you described.
Oh boy. A frightening and sorrowful sight. I had arranged to meet for a slightly late lunch with Dr. Wilson that day. The professor was unable to eat, so I ordered for myself only a beef steak. After a while, the accused came over to greet the professor, and they got into a fierce argument. Then, not long afterwards, the accused took the professor's gun and shot him right before my eyes.
I was hoping she'd say something sad.
I don't carry a gun myself, so obviously I couldn't have been the culprit.
It was the goose. Humph.
Yes!
This is a
Yes!
condemning testimony indeed.
No, I didn't have any kind of argument with the professor at all.
Quiet, you filthy wrench.
Wrench.
Wretch?
There you go.
Wretch 32.
He's a wrench now.
Yes.
I'm good with it.
Look at you, you black-hearted blackguard, and look at this Snow White angel. I'm sure even a dark-minded scoundrel like you can imagine those words the court is going. I'm sure even a dark-minded scoundrel like you can imagine whose words the court is going to believe.
Roman Hills. You're still making the same mistake. You mustn't blurt out when you're goaded like that. That's a lesson you need to learn.
Don't get goaded, be goaded!
Man.
But he is so annoying. Of course, I was at the scene as well. I took statements from this lady and the two witnesses who testified before and reported back to the Bureau. It was decided that Miss Brett was not involved, so I let her go.
Testimonies of the last two witnesses were completely worthless, however.
Well, even so. On the day in question, the lady was wearing the same outfit as she is today.
She's got a whole ass goose on her head.
As you can see, there's nowhere about her person where she could conceal a firearm. Not anywhere underneath that tremendous hat with a goose attached.
Or the giant ass part.
I would think she could hide a gun almost anywhere in that outfit if she wanted to. I mean, I can make a full-size S&W disappear into almost any outfit.
Unless and until the precise location where the witness is to have hidden a weapon can be shown, this is me.
There are no pockets in my outfit. I have nowhere to hide a gun.
It cut off my dialogue, damn it.
Those are the witness's own words on the matter. Ah, that's ridiculous. If only I was allowed to lift up her dress, I could prove it. Jesus! Bro! Woo! No!
X-nay on the S-tray.
Yeah, bro. You
I'll
too-
allow it.
I believe that's a party foul.
Okay.
As
Hold
my
on.
wife would say, inappropriate, horny, 10 bunks.
In fact, I have a song. Queued up with this.
Ram Ranch?
Please welcome Katie, the sexual harassment panda.
Don't think about doing anything rash in this game.
And,
Sexual harassment
harassment.
Hi, boys and girls.
Thank you, sexual harassment panda.
Lost.
But I didn't fire the gun. I picked it up. There must have been another gun there that day.
You're right about that, which means this lady was hiding a gun somewhere. Yes, that's what we have to prove now. And to do so, we will need to pull her testimony apart and her dress.
Apparently.
Oops.
The defense may now cross-examine the witness. Sorry, I'm going bilingual with the judge.
Oh, yes, Your Excellency.
The judge is now an Englishman.
A frightening and sorrowful. I had arranged to meet for a slightly late luncheon with Dr. Wilson that day.
Yes!
Yeah, after 2 p.m., in fact. That's really quite a late lunch, isn't it?
You don't keep up the latest fashions from Britain, do you? Late luncheons are in vogue. Isn't that right?
Oh, she said no.
No.
No. Ugh.
A decisive English no has quite a sting to it.
The gentlewoman is currently working in the victim's research laboratory, it seems. So it was apparently a daily occurrence that they would lunch together.
But on the day in question, the victim had another appointment at the clinic first.
Yes, which we can prove from the medical report card that was submitted as evidence earlier. That's right. Miss Brett and the victim went to lunch following the victim, which is why it was so late.
Yes, that all makes perfect sense.
Such wonderful logic. What a shining example of English intelligence this fine gentlewoman is.
Bro, you're just supposed to lick the boot, not make a whole meal out of it.
So you both arrived at the restaurant. What happened next?
The professor was unable to eat, so I ordered for myself only. A beefsteak.
Yes!
He was unable to eat, you say? And that's because he'd just had a tooth removed at Hota Clinic, correct? That's right. You're supposed to actually check with the witness before answering?
Was Miss Brett aware of that fact?
It seems so, yes. You'd heard that the professor was to have some dental treatment. So that would mean that it was you who ate the steak pictured here. Is that right, Miss Brett? Yeah, that's right. Yes. The print you have there shows the table exactly as it was left after the horrifying event. Exactly as it was left.
Dear me, what a harrowing experience. To have traveled to a distant island on the far side of the world and to be embroiled in such tragedy. Have no fear, my dear lady. I swear I will crush the evil fiend that has subjected you to this terrible plight.
So the victim, Dr. Wilson, had nothing to eat or drink at all?
That's right. Other than some carbonated water. Just water? Yes, the professor was unable to eat, but he had been given permission to drink water. It appears that the diners toasted their lunch with a glass of water each. Oh, you said carbonated water. Now you dropped that carbonated part. That's real suspicious, buddy. They each raised a glass of carbonated water.
What do you think, Ryunosuke, about the witness's last statement?
I
There was only one glass, wasn't there?
Yeah, that too.
Yeah.
It's Dahlia Hawthorne again.
Mother.
That last statement of yours, Miss Brett, has a profound bearing on this case.
Well, how fascinating. Do tell us, what is this profound bearing?
The significance of the statement will become apparent when the time is right. The defense calls for the witness's last statement to be formally added to the testimony.
Well, sidestepped, counsel.
Very well, Miss Brett. Kindly repeat what you just said to be added to your official testimony.
Gladly, she said. That was brilliant, Kazuma. I'm gonna remember that one.
Which one?
Please never stop staring directly into my eye.
The big one.
What was that?
Bottom says what? The significance will become apparent when the time is right. I could really use that phrase.
I'd hope there are some more useful tips you're picking up from this experience than that, Ryunosuke.
He
Like,
says
don't murder
as
people.
he holds the handle of his sword.
In the courtroom.
Ah.
The Shogun said I could have it, fuck yeah. Carbonated water.
I ordered a beefsteak for myself. The professor and I said cheers over a glass of carbonated water.
Yeah, Demon doesn't know what the hell we're doing, by the way. With the...
It's not in English.
Yes!
Yes! That's it! Let me just confirm something, please. It's to do with this photographic print.
My God, there's one glass.
Just a short while ago, you spoke of this print showing the victim's table at the crime scene. That it was exactly as it was left, you know, the front back of the table, the back of the front of the table. The front
Back on
butt.
the back.
The front of the reverse.
Yeah, the front of the back of the back. That is correct, the lady says. Well, it's odd. Very odd.
Dear me. What's odd is the defense's inability to express itself.
Ryunosuke, what is it about the print that looks odd to you?
Well, obviously, it's the cheers.
The cheers?
Yeah, the show with the alcoholics in the bar in Boston.
where everybody knows your name. And they're always glad you came.
Ryunosuke's always glad I came.
Capcom.
I'm gonna start fining people.
Content warning. Capcom.
Oh no, I completely missed the line. Oh wait, no, I can bring it back. Miss Brett just told us that she and the professor said cheers over a glass of water.
Take it
But if,
back.
but if that's true,
Take it back.
Back it up, back it up, back it up.
there should be 2 glasses on the table and not 1.
Also, isn't that a glass of wine? Or a bottle of wine, rather.
Ugh.
You're quite right, Counsel. There's only one glass pictured here.
Are we supposed to be impressed by this nitpicking over Munitet?
Minutia.
Monish.
Onimusha? I love that game.
What possible difference does the presence or absence of a glass make on this case?
Objection!
Minute, you say?
Is that what it is?
No, it's minutia.
I don't care.
Is that how you spell minute? I've been wrong.
Minute you spell the same way as minute.
Can you say it in English, please, Seth?
Ah,
Thank you.
wonderful.
Could it be that the detective here removed a glass from the table to conceal the lady's presence?
Of course not. I would never do something so reckless.
I mean, he didn't remove her fucking plate.
Yep. But there should have been 2 glasses on the table. Or are you gonna try and tell me that you can clink with only 1? No, you can clack with 1. I don't know if you can clink with 1. You're quite right. I certainly took 2 glasses to the table.
Inspector! What did the lady say?
If he's translating, why did he have to say that?
I'm crying.
It would seem that it was Miss Brett who took the glass from the table. What?
And put it fucking where?
It was also terrifying, everything that happened. I panicked and thought I should try to hide the fact that I'd been there at all. She's saying.
Good gracious.
Sorry.
Classic.
Hitting him right in the sorry box.
There, as I assured the court before, this is of no consequence at all.
Oh, please.
We must remember that this student had just murdered this lady's luncheon companion before her very eyes. Who could blame her for concealing a glass or 2 in her state of disarray?
That's absurd.
Oh, really?
Yeah, really.
So do we take it that you are now going to accuse this vulnerable, young, and beautiful woman of mischief?
What? No. This can't be put down to mischief.
I'd like to know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Exactly how the lady took the glass from the scene.
Did she give it the old Brett Kavanaugh? It would seem that she slipped it into a small handbag she was carrying.
A handbag, you say?
Yes, Your Excellency, a small handheld pouch commonly carried by well-to-do women in England.
So, the beautiful lady has graciously explained how and why she removed the glass from the scene now. However, the fact remains that this glass has absolutely no bearing on the case. This student has been trying to confuse the court with logical reasoning, but in the end, it comes to nothing.
In the end.
No more pretentious accusations. You have wasted enough time already.
Sorry, Shelby.
It doesn't even matter.
Indeed, the lady has offered a satisfactory explanation as to why she removed the glass.
Did she?
I think henceforth, we can consider the matter to have no bearing on the case. Counsel for the defense, are you in agreement?
Well, I don't know, really.
If you want to pursue this matter further, you're going to need to show that it has some deeper significance.
Deeper significance.
Yeah, you're right. So she took the glass away in her handbag. If there's a deeper significance there, it's... Well, it's the handbag, right? Wait, the lady put the glass in her handbag, you say?
Yes, do try and keep up. It's already been explained to the court that all English gentlewomen carry handbags for small items.
And that's why they don't have pockets.
Damn
let me
women's clothing.
let me see here. A little while ago, Miss Brett stated the following. There are no pockets in my outfit. I have nowhere to hide a gun. But what she forgot to mention was her handbag, in which it would be perfectly possible to conceal a gun.
You're right.
Good heavens! Well done, partner. I had a feeling you'd pick up on that too.
Darn too.
What are you insinuating, you vile blackguard?
What is a black?
King Kai. It's really very simple.
Google it. It's a learning experience.
The gunshot was heard when the defendant picked up the gun from the restaurant floor. As he didn't fire that gun, we can deduce there must have been another firearm at the scene. The true murder weapon, if you will.
You can't seriously be suggesting.
Inspector Hosonaga. Yes. Did you or did you not search Miss Jezebel Brett's handbag on the day of the murder? No, sir. I did not. As I thought. In other words, another gun, the one that was actually used to kill the professor, could have been hidden in Miss Brett's handbag.
No!
I'd like to just point out really quickly that according to Google, blackguard means a man who behaves in a dishonorable or contemptible way, immediately followed by a variety of pictures of Pete Davidson.
I
Order.
don't even know what to say to that. All right, you stumped the guesser.
What is the meaning of this, Inspector?
The meaning of what? Prosecutor
You had a
Ouchie.
gun in my Valentino white bag?
Yeah, that's why we got you the compact model.
Why on earth did you not have the lady open her handbag and show you the contents at the time?
Because she had lady products in it?
Because it was his gun?
Yeah.
Thanks to your bungling incompetence, now she has to endure these uncomfortable accusations.
My creep. Brilliant work, partner.
Thanks,
Now
kitten.
Now we have a chance to expose the real woman behind the mask.
Boo, doo, 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 doo. Do you think so, Kazuma? I bet it's Haru. That bitch got a huge forehead.
Same, bro. Same.
Not as big as Haru's. I've never played tic-tac-toe on your forehead. Oh, wait, hold on. I can do this. Well, what a sorry situation. Clearly, you have no faith in the police. Huh? As I said, I did not search the lady's handbag after the shooting, simply because it was unnecessary. Unnecessary in what way? I ought to thank the student lawyer, really. I have a piece of evidence here that I had completely forgotten about. This photographic print.
What happens?
This print is of a photograph that I thought would be prudent to take immediately after the shooting. As you can see, it clearly shows Miss Brett's handbag. Is that a tattoo?
Well, I never. You can see right through to what's inside.
Is that the Outback Steakhouse fucking tattoo on his wrist? Nice, bro.
No, it's Longhorn, bro.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Longhorn Steak.
Looks like Longhorn Steakhouse meets, was it the old Big Dog clothing brand?
Oh gosh.
Trying to get some of that.
That's right. Apparently, meshwork bags like these are the height of fashion in London.
So the contents are clearly visible.
Sharky, why would the judge speak English?
Because he's bilingual.
It's been decided.
Exactly. So there was no need to search the lady's handbag. If there had been a gun inside, it would have been immediately obvious.
Right.
Ah! As you can see, there's nothing to imply Miss Brett's guilt here.
Except the fact that she doesn't want to show her face.
Thank you for helping to prove that, Naruhodo-san.
Ah, Naruto. It's Wednesday, my dudes.
Order! Order! Inspector Hosunaga, you will submit that print as evidence at once.
Certainly, Your Excellency. The photograph of the handbag has been entered into the court record.
Apologies.
I think with that, we'll call it. Because it is 12:30.
Counsel, I just
Yeah.
wanted one mixed English and Japanese phrase before I
I'm
left.
here for.
Well,
Sorry.
sorry! Anyway, part 2 of Great Ace Attorney Chronicles, voice acted in the bag. G.
Can we
Gee.
truly call that voice acted?
Something.
I was.